Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Amad Diallo has snatched the derby from the hands of Manchester City as Manchester United defeat their noisy neighbours 2-1 at the Etihad Stadium, and they have the bragging rights. So let's go ahead and talk about them. I mean, it was probably one of the worst Manchester derbies that I have ever seen. Like both of those teams were atrocious. They were both dreadful. It was quite a boring game of football as well, and it was so bad. You don't expect a Manchester derby to be this bad. Like I said in my preview, I thought the form went out of the window. This was one of the weirdest Manchester derby, to predict as well, and then to watch it as well. Like there have been games where Manchester United have been amazing and City have been terrible. There have been games where City have been amazing and United have been terrible. There have been games that both of them have been really good, and we have watched, very interesting derby games. But this was so bad. Like it was really bad. None of the teams really stepped up. It was so bland by both of them. Both these teams had like equal share of possession, but the chances that were being created from those possessions, it was really not good. I mean, and I really couldn't believe that I was seeing Guardiola's Manchester City, in a derby as well. It is now becoming a theme for Manchester City, and it is just because they are in a bad form. I get that, and but the problem is that we expect City to be, we everybody holds City on such high standards because of what they have done. To see them, in this situation, you just cannot accept that this is Manchester City. This is how they are playing. So it was, I still cannot, believe that I watched that game and I watched both of these teams play. It was a derby. There was no intensity from any of the players. The fans were going at it. Of course, the fans are going to go at it, but the players, like from both sides, I'm not going to even pinpoint a certain team. Both the set of players, it felt like both of them were scared to lose the game. Also, both the set of players, all of them were under a lot of pressure. I think City were under more pressure as compared to United, especially the manager. I don't think Amorim was under more pressure as compared to Guardiola. I think Guardiola was feeling it. He has been feeling it for the last couple of months, but today he felt it more. And the way that he set up his team, you don't really see Guardiola doing that. But it didn't really matter because the players really did not, play. You can. They did not play the way that you expect City to play. It was so slow from both sides, and the way that they were passing it, there was inconsistency as well. Like you couldn't like there was no coordination between the players. There would be moments in the game where one team had the ball and they're just passing amongst themselves, and the second team is just looking standing there, not doing their, trying to take the ball away from, not making any tackles. So it was a weird game of football to watch. And the first half went away just like that. Then Manchester City go ahead and they take the lead courtesy of Guardiola. It becomes a 1-0, and as the game goes on, you just you kind of expect that okay, Manchester City have nicked it. They are the home side, even though in my opinion they did not deserve it. I don't think that United deserved to win that game as well. It would have been a perfect that game. I really, after after half an hour or so, I really thought it was going to be a 0-0. That's how the game was going, but City went ahead, and then as the game went on, then Bruno Fernandes misses that chance. Especially after that, I thought it was done and dusted. I really did not think that United were gonna come back and somehow win this game. They get the chance. A really bad pass by Muniz from the City, and they give away the penalty, and Fernandes redeemed himself. A really good penalty. Like that was one of the best penalties that you could have taken at that moment, and they go ahead and sends the keeper the wrong way. Ederson cannot do anything about it. A really good penalty. Manchester City get level. And then from out of nowhere, like nobody was expecting, even I, like it just comes in, the ball comes from the top, or from the top, and City players are just sleeping, just standing there, and Amad makes that run. And then full credit to Amad Diallo. I mean, he has been underutilized so much. That was one of my, really did not criticize Erik ten Hag that much, but one of the biggest criticisms that I had for Ten Hag was his underutilization of Amad, and it showed today. Like the way that he made that run to make sure that he gets there, and then to to the composure to get the first touch, to take take the ball away, over the top of from Edison, and then to finish that. It was a really good call, and he deserves all the applause that he's gonna get. He has basically won them the derby, that the bragging rights for the next until the next game, and it was a huge win for Manchester United. The pressure that they have been, let's be very honest, nothing has changed that much since Amorim has come in. It has been the same way. They are not playing better as compared to Ten Hag. It's basically the same thing that has happened. But it was a big win. They had already lost to Arsenal, so the question marks would have been there under Amorim, that he cannot win against big teams. Even if he would have not won the game, I wouldn't really have bothered that much, because it's still his first season. He's learning that learning about the players, learning about the league. But he would be really happy that he has won. Like, he has now beaten Manchester City in like twice in about a month and a half, beating with them with Sporting in the Champions League, and now with United in the Premier League as well. So big win for Manchester United. City on the other hand, like, wow, 8th defeat in the last 11 games, and out of those 11 games there is only one win. 2 of them have been draws, so everything is falling apart in Manchester City. The City empire is falling down. And I just, as much as I'm loving it, I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna sit on the fence, and I'm not gonna act like that I'm not enjoying it at all, or I'm not gonna be acting like as an unbiased person. No, I'm loving it. With everything that has happened towards for the last 5-10 years, especially as an Arsenal for the last 2 years, that they have been amazing and whatnot. And as a rival fan, you cannot sit here and you cannot say that I don't feel happy. That's BS, literal BS, to be very honest with you. But what baffles me is how quickly it has happened, and I just want to know what has happened, because I just cannot believe that suddenly a team, and it's not like it started from this season. For the first 2-3 months of the season, they were really good. Something has gone terribly wrong behind the scenes, which the club knows, which the manager knows, which the players knows, but everybody else, they don't know about it. I don't know whether it has gone to do something between the players. They don't really want to play for Guardiola. Something that has happened there, behind the clubs. Maybe they know about what is gonna happen with the cases there. With that 115, which is now 120 charges. Maybe it has got to do something with that. But something has happened. You cannot tell me that suddenly a team that is winning the games for fun started losing games. The way they are throwing away the games, like the 3-0 up against Feyenoord, and they won 3-3. Today 1-0 up, and Manchester United were down and out. They gave them the penalty, and that to concede that way, it is unimaginable. And as much as we love and we laugh at City at the moment, and we make fun of them, it just baffles my mind. So I really would love to know, to get an inside scope, what is happening and why is it happening, to be very honest with you, because there is something that has happened. Otherwise, these performances, these results, you cannot really explain them to me. So yeah, I personally think City are out of the title race, even though everybody still says that they are Manchester City, they can come back. I don't think they are going to come back with what has happened, with the way that they are playing. And there are people are going to say that I'm being a hypocrite, because yesterday after Arsenal drew that game, I say they are still in the race. Arsenal went into that game 9 points behind Liverpool. Arsenal, when the day end, they were still 9 points behind Liverpool. That has not changed. And the way that Arsenal played was not that good. But compared to Manchester City, I don't think that Arsenal, if Arsenal and City play today, I bet you my money Arsenal are going to defeat Manchester City. City have just lost it. They have lost the edge. The fear factor that Manchester City had, that is gone. And when you lose that, it is like, if you are doing a business, there is, the reputation is basically gone. The goodwill has gone. So that is the biggest problem with Manchester City at the moment, and I think that is going to be very hard to take care of, because every team now think that maybe we have a chance against City, whereas a couple of months ago, every team going, the teams that are going to Etihad or playing against City, they would have maybe thinking like, okay, make sure that we don't humiliate ourselves. That would have been the thinking. But now everybody's thinking maybe we have a chance against City, and I think that is the biggest problem for Manchester City. That's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys think of the game. Manchester United's performance, which was terrible. Manchester City's performance, which was terrible again. But I'm really happy just for Amad Diallo, because this kid is special and he deserves playing time. And when he plays, United are really good. And I think Amorim is saying that because he's been playing him consistently. Let me know what you guys thought of the game in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers before the end of this year, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.